Hey guys, today we have a very interesting Spyderco. This is the Spyderco Smock in collaboration with Kevin Smock based on his SK23 design. This is kind of the production version of that. This comes out of the Spyderco Taichung factory in Taiwan and is a very cool knife. This one was loaned in by my buddy Art, and he kind of sent me a list, and this was one on the list that I actually, asked for him to send me. A lot of times people just send me whatever. I'm not very picky, so if you've got something, let me know. But he sent me a list of 20, 30 things, and this was on there, and it's something I had wanted to check out for a while, so I'm fortunate to have this. So it's 4.5 inches closed. This is 7 7/8 overall. Blade is 3.406 with an edge of 2.91. This is S30V with a really nice Wharncliffe blade design and shape. The blade thickness is relatively thin at 0.117. Nice hollow grind and really sharp. The weight is 3.7 ounces with an overall thickness of 0.452 minus the clip, of course. Let's zoom in on this one because it's just really cool. The blade grind is just fantastic. It just looks awesome. Now this is typical Spyderco. It's a G10 with a carbon fiber kind of laminate over it, so that's nothing really to write home about. Typical Spyderco pocket clip. It is reversible. But just an overall great looking design for sure. It is a compression lock. So unlike the PM2 or other Spyderco compression locks where typically you have to reach up here and compress the compression lock to release the blade, this one they've done the reverse. So you can see the compression lock here. You grab the blade so it doesn't flop down. And you're button locking it, so to speak, by pushing the liner towards the clip side, where typically what you're doing is you are pulling the liner towards the show side. So this is a fantastic way to do this lock. I mean, it just works fantastic. Now this is a flipper. As unique of a flipping tab as that is, it works really well. It fires every time, and when it's open, there's not a flipper tab sticking out, which is very common with traditional flippers, like this Civivi Asticus. You've got your flipper tab here. When deployed, the flipper tab is sticking out the front. And this one isn't very extreme. And I didn't grab, the other flipper I have here on the table is this one, and you can see the flipper tab sticking out. I should have grabbed something a little more pronounced flipper tab, but that's all right. This one, the flipper tab goes away. The other bonus is there is no flipper tab sticking out the back to hit you as you stick your hand in your pocket. So it's super slim. It carries okay. It's your standard Spyderco affair with the pocket clip, but I wish, and this one, they do make some deep carry clips. There are other manufacturers, and if I were to get one of these, I would certainly get an aftermarket clip because a lot of this, this much of it sticks out of your pocket, and it's a little odd feeling to me because most of the things that I carry are a deeper carry. So for me, it's a little awkward. As far as feel in your hand, it feels really good. The clip, yeah, you can feel it. Little tiny hot spots. I mean, it's not super comfortable for really hard use, but the fidget factor is there. You can certainly choke up on it because it has this really big finger choil. You can deploy it a multiple of ways. Flipper tab, thumb, and traditional Spidey flick. So I like that multiple deployment method, and this has broken in a little bit since I've had it for the few days. It's gotten better and smoother in its closing. It's not drop shut, but it does start to drop. And then a little flick and you're good. Timing wise, you just drop it in. Fantastic. I think it's a winner. Overall, I think this is a really cool knife. Let's do it backwards just because of the lighting for some size comparisons. Plus the way it sits with the clip is a little awkward on that side. So here's next to the Sharpie. The Spyderco Delica, since we already brought that out to show. Why not the ZT0230 little slip joint? And how about the Two Suns, since we brought it out also as the flipper version? Much bigger knife for sure. What else we got here? And the Asticus, since we brought that out too, right? Why not? But all in all, I think the Smock is pretty cool. I don't know that I'm going to rush out and buy one. These are still available. I don't love it that much. It was just a unique looking blade shape, so I really wanted to check one out. That's the main reason. It's not something I would personally go buy because it just doesn't really fit my personal aesthetics. But all in all, it is a fun knife and super sharp and just really a great shape. So got nothing but good stuff to say about this one. It's super solid. This one does have, it runs on bearings, and it has 2 detent balls. So the detent is actually really nice on this. Crisp and clean, and it just feels really nice. So I think they did a really good job. The Taichung factory of Spyderco does typically do a really fantastic job. So I'm not surprised at how well this came out. So yeah, I don't love it. Just, it's not for me, but I think it's a good knife overall. If you like the shape and the aesthetics, then there's really nothing to complain about other than the pocket clip. But that's easily solved with an aftermarket clip. So thanks for watching, guys. Thank you, Art Snuggletummy, for loaning this in. I greatly appreciate it. You guys have a fantastic day, and we'll see you on the next one.